Today we're going to look at the question of, should I do homeschool in a box? Uh, there are a lot of companies out there that provide grade level curriculum where you just say, I have a fourth grader or a first grader this year, and you order their boxed kit and they send it to you. It has all of the lesson plans in it, all of the school books, everything you need for that. So what are the pros, what are the cons of that? A lot of families, because of COVID-19, are considering homeschooling when they've never really done it before. And they're like, how do we do this? How do I know what to buy? And so these grade in a box curriculums are very attractive to them because it really takes a lot of the guesswork out. Some of the main companies that I've seen that do that are that I've used, not their grade in a box per se, but I've used individual materials from them. They have been Abeka Books, and these are all going to be listed underneath. Bob Jones University, and both Abeka and Bob Jones, they're both Christian companies, but they also have a video-based component where if you don't want to actually do the teaching, there's a video component to that. Or you could also just buy the books and teach them yourself if you prefer to do that or want to save money. So Abeka Books and Bob Jones University, they're both book kits, or they also have the video component to it. My Father's World is another company that provides a grade in a box, and you just buy the kit and then you're done. It's very simple, and so a lot of parents like to do that just because it takes a lot of the guesswork out of it. So that's a pro to using it. And if your child is pretty much at grade level in every subject, then that format works really, really good. The con for using a grade in a box is that, we know that not all children are at the same level, even if they're in the same grade. So say I have a fourth grader who is really, really good in math. So she might be doing fifth grade math even though she's in fourth grade. But maybe her writing is just really not that good, or her reading comprehension just isn't quite where you'd want it to be. So she might actually be like in second grade or third grade in terms of reading or writing. And if you buy a grade in a box, they might be bored with the math concepts because they've already learned them, or if there's a writing or reading component that they're kind of falling behind on, then it might be moving too fast for them. So sometimes it's better to buy individual subjects for each grade instead of buying a kit that has, fourth grade in a box. Sometimes publishers will let you swap out a subject, but more often than not they don't, from my experience. But you would have to call each individual, or if you were considering a certain company, you'd need to look into that. If you just buy each subject separately, even from the same company, you have more freedom as to what you choose. You could choose a higher level, in my example, choose a higher level for math and a lower level for writing or reading in this case. So you have that freedom to tailor your child's education specifically to them. So if your child has kind of a range of abilities, either they're super smart in math or super smart in reading, but maybe they kind of fall behind a little bit in something else, then a grade in a box kit might not work as well for your child. Another con of doing a grade in a box is sometimes, well, this could be a pro or a con. Sometimes, if you just get them all in a kit, there's some savings there versus buying them all individually. But if you buy them individually, you have more control if your child does have a wider range of abilities. But some of them, especially the video-based ones, can be a little pricier. For a 1-year curriculum that's video-based, you can, depending on the company, it can be up to $1,000 for the per child per school year. So if you have only one child, then that might not be an issue for you. If you have 3 or 4 or 5 children, that could get kind of expensive. That's not a reason not to do it. I know a family that does video-based curriculum for all 4 of their children, and that's just how they do school. So, you do you, and do it the way that it works best for you. So there are definite pros and definite cons to using grade in a box. I personally don't tend to lean that way. I have 5 children, graduated 2 of them. They were homeschooled their entire life, from preschool all the way up until they started college. So, but for some people it works really well. I know a lot of people who do it and they really like it. So definitely something to consider. Look into those companies that are mentioned below and see if they have something that'll work for you. Hope it works out. Check out some of my other videos as we answer some of these common questions about what is homeschooling and how does this all work. If you have a specific question that you would like to be addressed or answered, write it in the comments below and we'll try to answer that in a future video. Take care. Bye.